So here's the kidney not pulled out. The other one I'll show you in a minute is cut in half. So the adipose capsule or structural fat is all this stuff surrounding it. Then if we go over here, you have here's the kidney cut in half. You have a fibrous capsule around it, around the outside of it. Okay, so the renal hilus and renal sinus, it's hard to see on the actual specimen, but the renal hilus, I mean, you can think of it as kind of like it's almost like a space, like the neck of the kidney or something, that would come up here, and it's usually fat-filled, and then the renal sinus, it then kind of branches off either way and would also be fat-filled, so it's, you can think of it as like support for incoming arteries, veins, or supporting the ureter. So the renal cortex is much of what you see of the kidney, so it's all this out here. And then renal medulla is kind of this yellow, even more yellow area right here. The renal pelvis, you can't see it, but it would kind of run along with the renal hilus and renal sinus. It's like, again, just structural support there. So the ureter, you can stick a probe in here and get to that tube here. Urinary bladder, so this leads all the way down the ureter and then hits the bladder. Here's the urinary bladder. And then for the urethra, I think I cut through mine, so part of my urethra, I'm where it would be right now, and then you can see it goes up and in the bladder. So this is a male, so specifically going over the male anatomy, you have the scrotum, which is the outside covering of the testes, has fur on it. And then you have the process vaginalis. It's the sac that the testis was in. So you just cut it open to get to that. Then you have a testis, or testes plural. So that's this whole thing right here. Seminiferous tubules and interstitial cells of Leydig, yeah, you can't really see them. I mean, they're in here, but knowing their function is what you'll need for those. Epididymis. So if you have the testis here, then you have this other part that kind of wraps around to the bottom. So this whole thing is the epididymis. The ductus deferens starts down here, is somewhat convoluted down here, and then so again starts down here, you can see it's convoluted and then leads back this way, kind of up and then back down, up and then back down. I'm not so sure that I was able to find the prostate This could be it. I'm not 100% for sure. But it is up here, just dorsal to the bladder. Okay, the first thing you'll see is the glans penis is what's sticking out. And it's surrounded by the prepuce, so that's just this opening here that I've cut down the middle, and then you get the rest of the penis. That's it for males.